Wait, hang on.
And we're live!
Oh, thank you, Aaron. I was like doing some weird positions, like stretching my back.
Oh, that's funny though. The timing of it was perfect because you said, "Oh no, wait, live."
Oh no, wait! We're live. We're live.
Well, welcome everybody. Welcome to our stream. Yes, my name is Aaron, and this is
Jess.
My name is Aaron. I'm from Cork, Ireland. I've been living in Bologna for 4 years, and I've been working at Bologna Mille for 2.5 years. And what about you, Jess?
I am from England. I was born and raised in London. I've been living in Bologna for 1 year and 8 months. I have been working at my English school for 1 year in 3 weeks.
Wow.
2 weeks.
So we'll have to have a virtual party to celebrate your year anniversary working at my English school.
Yes.
That's really nice. If you're joining us now, please introduce yourselves in the comments and tell us what is the worst thing to say or talk about during a first date. We already have a couple of people introducing themselves. We have Giorgio. Hi, Giorgio. We have Sonia, I think. Yeah, from Sri Lanka. But I live in Milan and I attend Meravigli. Myes, wonderful. And Federica says, "Hi guys, I'm Federica from Avellino." Nice. Nice to meet you. And yes, so tell us, what is a bad or a really bad thing to talk about or say during a first date? Sonia rightly says, "I don't know because I'm 12.
Well, you have a lot to learn for your future dating life.
Yes, yes, you have a lot to learn.
If you're going to take anything from this webinar, take the advice of Aaron and not myself.
That's not true. You also need to listen to Jess. Oh, yeah. And now she's only 12, but she's come up with an excellent answer.
About your ex. What?
Exactly. That's a terrible thing to ask during a first date.
Yeah, don't ask about exes.
Hi, Valentina. Welcome. Hi, Arianna. And hello, Sonia from Bergamo.
Hello. Interesting focus, especially in this period. Why especially in this period?
Well, because I suppose you can't really go out dating in this period, and also probably a lot of people are at home now, so a lot of relationships are a bit strained, you know, being at home with each other all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Lorenzo from Padua. Hi.
Hello. We have so many people joining us.
So many people joining us. It's fantastic. Hi, Serena from Pescara. Diego from Palermo. Hi.
Hello.
And yes, there are 2 Sonias. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Lots of people. Hard to keep up. So, Jess, what are some? We have an audience.
Okay, so a bad question to ask on a first date is, "What's your name?"
True, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, I have a story. When I was a child, I was in the back of the car with my mum's friend. No, my mum and my mum's friend were in the front, and I was in the back with her son, and he's a year older than me. I mean, I was like 7. Anyway, I turn to him and I just say, "I love you." Just followed by, "What's your name?" I'd like basically grown up with this kid. Like, didn't know his name, confessed my love, and then.
So, "I love you, what's your name?"
Yeah, that is what I said.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
I have a way with words, Aaron. I have a way with words.
A true poet. Federica says, it's not a good, an interesting focus in this period because of the quarantine doesn't, I would say, permit us to go out with our boyfriend, I would say. Or permit you to go out with your boyfriend, I suppose.
Definitely.
Yeah, anyway, permit.
For me, at the first date, the worst is talking about the weather. Oh yeah, awkward small talk. Although,
Yes.
like, we talk about the weather a lot because I'm British, and British people are obsessed with the weather.
I think Georgia says it's the best approach. I love you. What's your name?
Oh yeah, it's good. You know, just get down to business.
Exactly.
What was his reaction? I just know the story because I was a child. I don't remember it.
Hi, Lisa.
But every Christmas, I usually see this family every Christmas because we're still all in close contact. And every Christmas, you know, the parents remind me of this wonderful story, and me and Matthew are sat there next to each other really awkwardly, like.
Can we not be talking about this?
I know his name now. It's Matthew.
I'm trying to give a definition to small talk. I would say basic.
It's like the talk that you have to fill the awkward silence. You know, like sometimes you're uncomfortable being quiet with someone, and so you just randomly throw in a bit of small talk, like how's the weather, or how are your.
Exactly. So in general, we call this small talk. It could be about the weather. It could be, I don't know. It could be about the usual, you know, how was your flight, or I don't know, what other small talk. But Sonia says, "Don't say how long you have been single." Very good. Very, very good. Yes, exactly.
Also, there's another one that says, it's like, but you're great. Why are you still single?
Yeah.
And like the independent woman wants to come out with me, like, I want to be like this, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, you're so gorgeous. How are you single? It's like, no, wait.
Y'all, you know?
Exactly. What else? I think you had a list there of things.
Yes, I do. I found another list as well. My last relationship was the worst.
Yes, like Sonia says, terrible. Do not talk about your exes.
Number 5, which has happened to me before.
Really?
Still in love with my ex.
Oh no.
I'm
Oh
like,
no.
cool. Excellent.
So wait, so someone on a first date told you, "I'm still in love with my ex."
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, how is that helping you? Like, I understand honesty, but from a dating point of view, how is that helping you?
How is that good? I can't believe I just found it on a list of 10 things not to say on a first date, and that's literally happened to me. And you know what? At the time, I didn't really think anything of it. I was like, yeah, you know, like, of course you are. Like, and now I'm like, that's so not okay.
What else do you have on your list?
Ever thought about losing a few pounds?
Oh, yes, definitely. Never talk about someone's weight. Or something like, wow, you're eating a lot, or
Yeah, don't do that.
Mm.
And like, yes, I know I eat a lot of food and quickly, but okay.
Georgia says, don't mention, I would say, or don't talk about parents.
This happened to me as well. Oh my goodness. Okay, there's 2 things on this list next to each other. Both of them happened to me, and it was like, hello. It wasn't that long ago. My ex and I used to come here all the time.
Oh no.
Followed by, I hope we don't run into her here. Followed by her actually coming into the bar, and like, that was really
Oh, that's terrible as well.
Oh, this is bad. Please, guys, can you comment and tell us some things so I don't feel so tragic about my life?
Tell us about bad experiences that have happened to you. It's funny because at the beginning of this, just before we started, we were thinking about possible introduction questions, and Jess said, "No, I've never had bad first dates." And now suddenly it's like, "Oh wait, this happened to me. Oh, this happened to me. Oh, this happened to me."
The memories start coming back because I like flushed them out my mind, and then they start coming back. Don't
Sonia
talk about
says,
it.
"Yeah, in general, this is a good rule to avoid." Very good.
Wait, no, I'm trying to find. Sorry, some of these are quite inappropriate.
Yeah, maybe avoid those. But yeah, if you have any other advice, please tell us in the comments. Two
I think
Lisas and
I
two
love you
Sonias. Yeah.
already.
Sorry?
I think I love you already.
Oh yeah, that's terrible.
Well,
On a first date, it's not a very good idea.
oh no, this has happened before. Our children will be beautiful.
No. Very bad, very bad.
Mum, or you remind me of my dad. That is not a good thing, people. That is not a good thing.
Not at all. Ooh, Lorenzo has a very good point. Don't talk about your bank account. True.
Or how much money you make. Don't ask how much money they make either, because
That's even worse.
well.
In general, I wouldn't ask anyone how much money they make, even if it's at work or something. Never ask these questions. Okay, that's great. Shall we have a look at our focus?
Let's do it.
Okay, so
one of the things is, would you read my poetry? I always make guys read my poetry. Better stop doing that.
write it down.
Never on a first date, though, obviously.
Okay, our focus today is love and relationships. In this focus, Jess, do you want to read?
In this focus activity, relationship vocabulary, phrasal verbs, activities, wedding traditions. I said activities, I meant to read adjectives.
Yeah.
I just saw the A and like, I'll read my own word.
Okay, so we have some expressions here. We have get on with, fall out with, have a disagreement or argument with, and make up with. So let's explain these. If you know already what they are, please tell us in the comments. Oh, also, we have a comment here from Federica.
At my first day, the boy talked about marriage. It was terrible. Eeks.
Oh no. Oh no. Terrible,
Ew.
terrible.
All right.
So get on with, get on. So by the way, these are all phrasal verbs. They are called phrasal verbs because they have a verb plus a preposition, right? So get on with.
Of the verb.
Exactly.
Very
So, for example, get on with. Here we have two, but have a disagreement. This isn't a phrasal verb, but the rest are. Let's start with get on with. What does this mean?
As in what? Okay, so to get on. So for example, like I get on with Aaron. We're friends, right?
Yeah, more or less. I'm kidding, of course. We got on very well. We get on very well. I think Jess is frozen, but that's okay. She'll be back in a second, I'm sure. So yeah, the phrasal verb is get on with. We can also add well in there. So get on well with someone. It means have a good relationship with. It could be friends. Usually it's friends. It could be with a brother or sister. It's friendship. Get on well with someone. You could also get on well with a coworker or something similar. So, for example, you can also use this in the negative. So, for example, growing up, I didn't get on with my brother at all. But growing up, we became more friends. So now we get on really well. Next, we have fall out with someone. This is kind of the opposite. This is when you have a friendship and you have an argument or a disagreement, a big fight, and you're not friends anymore. Good question, Elisa. Not quite. The verb is. Are you with us, Jess? Oh no, she's.
I'm backstage.
Jess?
Ah! I was so upset about your comment.
Okay, you're back.
My back.
You just left.
Yeah, I have said it for you now.
Of course. I was just saying, Elisa, for your the verb is have a disagreement. So have you ever had a disagreement? Because this is present perfect. So it would be have you ever had a disagreement?
Aaron, have you ever had a disagreement?
Well, of course. Oh wait, we have a question from. Is it different from fall in love? What do you refer to? Because get on with someone is friends or even people at work, or it's a non-romantic relationship. So
You
it's
can get on with anyone, or also the opposite, not get on with someone. Yeah.
Exactly. While fallout again is usually, I would say, it's used in a friendship context.
We fell out over the choice of restaurant.
Exactly. Oh, we have a question. Have you ever got on with your family?
Well, it depends.
Most of the time, yes. Not always, but most of the time, yes. Fallout. Yes. Fallout is when you finish a friendship. So it is very different to fall in love.
You can fall out of love, though, which is the opposite to falling in love.
Yes, true, exactly. What else? Yeah, anyway, let's move on. We have a disagreement or an argument. Remember that this is the verb we use when you have a verbal fight. Yeah, have a disagreement or have an argument. And make up with is when you fell out and now you're friends again.
Peace and love all around. You say, I'm sorry, and they go, it's okay, I forgive you, and you go, oh, you make up.
Exactly, make up. Okay, I'd move on from here. So we have some relationship terms.
Relationship terms in chronological order. We have engaged, single, divorced, married, dating, going out with, boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yes, so we would like you to put them into chronological order. What happens first? What happens last? Please tell us in the comments.
Please tell us. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Yes, definitely. Also,
because for me, dating, going out with, and boyfriend and girlfriend are separate things.
definitely.
I think it goes like going out with, then you're dating, and then maybe you become boyfriend and girlfriend. They don't all happen. It's
At
not
the same time.
You know?
It's true. Good job, Elisa. Have you ever had a disagreement with your boss? Perfect. Yeah. Have I ever had a disagreement with our boss? I don't think so. No.
No, me either.
Not really. No. I get on well with my boss.
Me too.
And Federica asks, what is the opposite of get on well? Is it get on bad? You could say maybe get on badly, but
we don't get on. So just do not.
Exactly. I'd use it in the negative in that form. I don't get on.
First single. Yeah.
I would say so. Yeah, definitely. Lorenzo has a list. He says single, dating, going out, engaged, girlfriend, married, and divorced.
There's
Not
just a
quite.
little.
You're very close, Lorenzo, but not quite. So Sonia also has another possible list.
Dating, going out with, boyfriend and girlfriend, engaged, married, divorced. Very good.
I think this is the one. Well done, Sonia.
Well done.
We have
The numbers.
exactly.
So in English, engaged is not to be boyfriend and girlfriend. I know it's different in Italian. Oh, this was funny. That was a translation issue that I experienced. Was like, oh, so you're engaged. I was like, wait, what? No, that's not what this is. You know? But in English, it's boyfriend, girlfriend, and then you get engaged. And that's when you have the ring, the first ring for the other ring.
So engagement is something official. It's something that you do before marriage, but it's after the proposal.
It's a promise, I think, right?
Exactly, yeah. So if you're engaged, you are basically organizing the wedding. Let's see, Ariana says single, dating, going out, boyfriend, engaged, married, divorced. Good. Single, dating, going out with boyfriend, girlfriend, engaged, married, divorced, and again single. Well done. Exactly. And then it starts over again.
Unless you leave the marriage and go straight into something else.
True. True.
We all live, we know the kind of world we live in.
So this is called a proposal.
We're going to have a talk about some proposals later.
When you ask someone to marry you. Yes. While engagement is that period between the proposal and the wedding.
Yeah.
It's that period. By the way,
for years, like my dad's been engaged for like 3 years now.
Oh wow.
Still hasn't got married.
That's a long engagement period. What did I want to say? Oh yes, what is the difference between wedding and marriage? Yes. Well, the difference between wedding and marriage.
The wedding is the event.
Yeah.
And the marriage is the thing.
Yes, exactly. So the wedding, when we talk about wedding, we talk about the event, the ceremony, while marriage is all of the time you spend together. That is your marriage. So the event, the ceremony is marriage. Yeah. Okay. Right. Let's move on. We have talk about your relationship status.
If anyone would like to share in the comments their relationship status, why
not? But tell us about who is living with you right now, Jess.
Oh, yeah. So I'm actually in a very committed relationship at the moment. I have 3. I'm actually committed to 3 things right now. They're living on my roof. They're very loud. They keep me up at night. We have a few arguments. It's quite difficult for our relationship right now. It's putting a lot of stress on things. I don't know if we're going to last much longer. Yeah, I feel like I'm having a relationship with 3 birds because I have 3 little baby birds that live just at the top of my pipe, and they're very loud. So, yes.
Yeah, so 3 little birds are living in Jess's pipes. Is it Is it in your pipes?
Yeah.
So yeah, they are very loud, and if you hear noises in the background, it's probably heard 3 little birds.
My little birds. And so, yeah.
Do you
Well, we
feed
haven't
them?
answered. Huh?
Do you feed them?
No, I don't want to because the mother is still present, and if I started feeding them, the mother would probably leave them.
Ah,
I don't
okay,
want to do
okay.
that.
So sooner or later they will be big enough to fly away.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
I'm happily single. I'm so happy to be single. Good, guys. Good.
That's very good. Right, I would say let's move on. All is fair in love and war. So, we're going to play a game here. And the game is we would like you to think of a story, maybe a film, maybe a book. Describe it to us. Tell us the story without the title. So do not tell us the title or the characters, and we will guess which story it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So, for example, Jess can guess this one. So we have.
No, can I do my one?
Okay, go ahead. You do your own.
Okay. There's this like kind of emo girl, and she's not sure if she's going to fall in love with the dead guy or fall in love with the werewolf. What's the movie?
What movie is this?
What's the movie?
So tell us in the comments. And also describe a love story, and we will guess it as well.
Oh, wow, Federica. I have a long relationship with my boyfriend. We fell in love. We would say we fell in love 12 years ago.
Or since they were 12.
Well, it depends how old she is now.
Well, she says we were very young.
Okay. Maybe. You fell in love when you were 12 or 12 years ago. We were very young. We, remember it's plural, so we have to use were. Now we'll go. Now we'll go to live together when the quarantine ends. Congratulations!
Congratulations, there you
go. Yes, Sonia, my movie was Twilight. Good
well
job.
Done. Okay, excellent. Is this a question? Sort of having chronology. You mean the words we need, or in that in the list before?
In the chronological order.
I don't know. You could really start a family at any point of that of that list. Anyway, so please describe the story or the plot of a film or book, a famous story, and we will guess which story it is. So we have some expressions here that you can use. Fall in love with someone.
Giorgio, we need you to explain the story, and then we guess.
Exactly. So something similar to Masha. She says...
You're replying to that. There's a bit of a delay. Ignore me.
No, but it's a different one.
Oh, yeah, true.
Sorry. Can you read that?
Two people fall in love on a ship. In the end, the story... At the end of the story, it's unfortunately very sad. Not unfortunately, but unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron, what's the movie?
I think I know. This is Titanic for sure.
My heart will go on and on.
Do you like this film, Jess?
Do you know, I've only seen it once, and I saw it the first time when I was like 19, which wasn't that long ago.
I must have been like 17 or something. But yeah, I remember that at one point I said, right, I can't continue living without having seen Titanic. Everybody talks about it.
It's so well.
So
I have to.
exactly. Yes, you're correct. Yes, I think so. Tell us if we are correct, Masha. Unless there is another tragic love story on a boat. But yes, describe other stories, and we will guess the title. So the plot that I've written here in the banner is the story of a book or film.
Adrian,
We have another one. Can you read it?
the bookseller falls, third person, in love with an actress, and finally they have a baby. Notting Hill?
Is it Notting Hill? Tell us, Ariana.
Maybe.
The Crow, but I know it isn't a happy love story, but it is a nice love story. I don't know. I haven't seen this film.
I think we have another Twilight
Yes, this is definitely Twilight.
together.
Yeah, definitely Twilight. Oh, you guessed it, Arianna. You guessed it. It was good. It was Notting Hill. I think Lorenzo's talking about Twilight.
Definitely.
Let's see if you can confirm. But yeah, if you can think of any other ones, describe only the story, not the title, and we will guess the title.
Oh, okay, I've got one. This like
Okay, go.
farm girl, she's like poor. She falls in love with a beast.
Ooh, I know this one. It's in the title as well. So if you know what Jess is talking about, please tell us in the comments. The problem is that I don't watch many romantic movies or romantic comedies, so I really can't think of any at the moment.
And the Beastie. Close, good, but the title is called The Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, Beauty and the Beast. Well
But
done.
yeah, her name is Belle in the movie.
I'm trying to think of with my favorite actress. I imagine she's referring to the live action film.
Emma Watson.
Hmm. So yeah, exactly. So please tell us more stories, and we will guess which is the title, or Jess will guess the title. We also have some expressions here. Get to know someone. It's when you start. I suppose.
Spending some time with each other, going on maybe a couple of dates, getting to talking, finding out about each other, get to know.
Exactly. This is this is the start. The very beginning, usually. Get together.
But if you were for the phrasal verb from before, so you're getting to know, and if you get on well, phrasal verb from the previous slide, then maybe you get together.
Exactly.
Aaron?
Which is when it becomes more serious, let's say. So it becomes more boyfriend and girlfriend, I would say. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Oh no. This is terrible.
Oh, why are all love stories so tragic?
I know, right? Romeo and
Come on.
Juliet, The Crow. We also have well, fall in love, I think you know. We have cheat on as well.
Don't you dare ask me to explain.
So cheat on is when cheat on is when you are maybe in a relationship and you get together with someone else.
You
So
betray your partner.
exactly. So maybe you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, but you go with someone else. I agree with you, Sonia. I also hate romantic stories in films.
Yeah.
And also we have break up with someone. Break up is when you finish, end the relationship. Here we're talking about a romantic relationship. If fall out is when it's with a friend. Here it's with a boyfriend or a girlfriend or... No, I'd say that's the only two, because otherwise if you're married, it would be a divorce. So
Exactly. And if it's an engagement, you would say called off the engagement. To call off the engagement is to break up from an engagement.
Marco says she is a funny mermaid with red hair and she falls, a third person, in love with a prince.
Amazing. What's the song? Look at this, isn't it neat? Na, 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 na.
I imagine this is the Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. Good job, Marco.
Well done.
And
do you know Chase Hudden and Charlie? No, I don't. Do you?
yes, Ariel. In English we call it the Little Mermaid.
Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Can't you see my collection's complete? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a great film. I really want to watch it. I'm going to watch The Little Mermaid.
Oh, that's wonderful. Anyway, shall we move on?
Yeah, let's do it before I break out into musical theatre.
So, do you want to read, Jess?
Wedding traditions. What are some wedding traditions in your country? Describe your ideal wedding.
Yeah, so tell us if maybe in your region or in your town or maybe in Italy in general, there are some specific special wedding traditions. Maybe, I don't know, there's a typical dance, or maybe there's a way of dressing even that is different. I don't know.
So, Aaron, what is your ideal wedding?
Good question. Sorry, I'm reading a couple of comments. Yes, it is a Disney classic. We would say Disney classic.
You are really good to sing, Jess, and I like your name. Well, thank you.
He falls in love with a girl of the rival family. Romeo and Juliet, definitely. Romeo and Juliet. So what are some wedding traditions in your country? Tell us about wedding traditions in your country or town or region, maybe. And also about your ideal wedding. Is it a big wedding? Is it a small wedding? Is it, I don't know.
I'm trying to think about what your ideal... Should we guess each other's ideal weddings, Aaron?
Well, I don't know. I don't feel particular need to get married. Like I don't really...
about you, but if you were to have a wedding, can I please imagine what the ideal would be?
Sure, of course.
Okay, so small, intimate, close friends and family, and my English school, obviously.
And it's like a few friends, a few family, and the entire staff of my English school.
And you're not going to have anyone marry you officially, but you're going to ask me because it would be hilarious.
Of course.
And it's going to be themed with some sort of Star Wars thing, because I know you both like Star Wars a lot. So maybe Sophia will be Princess Leia. That's Star Wars, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and you'll be another character. I don't actually know Star Wars at all. So.
Well, you know what you could be doing during this quarantine is watching all of the 9 films now.
Yeah, I actually should watch them.
Sonia says, this story is very famous, and at the end, it is very happy. He is a rich businessman while she is a call girl. What is the film?
Ooh. A rich businessman and a cool girl.
Do you use this expression, call girl?
Yeah.
Okay. Did she guess it?
I don't know. I don't know the film.
You've never seen Pretty Woman? I mean, I haven't either, but it's supposedly very, very good, and everybody talks about it.
Well, I'm going to be watching a lot of movies this week. Pretty much.
Lorenzo says, put the rice when they come out of the church. I would say throw the rice when they come out of the church. Yes, that's definitely a wedding tradition. And
when they do wedding parties and they cut the cake, they break a coconut together because the coconut is the Sri Lankan symbol. Really nice. My uncle got married in Sri Lanka because his wife is Sri Lankan.
That's really nice. That's really cool. Because if you think about it, it's easy to cut a cake. Now, breaking a coconut is something different.
Like strong. That takes strong connection, you know.
Exactly. Federica says, in my country and in the south of Italy, in general, the wedding, I would say, lasts a lot. You eat a lot. This is the tradition. Yes. So yeah, I would say it lasts a lot. Okay. Make ridiculous photos. Is this part of the wedding tradition, Lorenzo? Do you want to read Ariana's comment?
Yes. In Italy, it's most common. The wedding we have a wedding in a church. I love weddings in front of the sea when the sun falls, when the sun sets. It's a very romantic wedding. That would be very romantic indeed.
Yes, definitely. In Sicily, the spouses meet in the church.
Ah, Federica as well. Good. This is what we do in England as well. The bride wears something. It's like something old, something borrowed, something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. Same.
The parents leave 3 white doves.
Do you mean 3? 3 means it's no money. 3, the number with the TH, you have to put your tongue between your teeth. 3. Practice at home while no one's watching. 3.
I've never understood this tradition of the white doves. Do you just free them?
No. Aaron, do you have to
interesting.
describe my ideal wedding?
Sorry?
You have to describe my ideal wedding. I want to know what you think.
Big party. Big party. Lots of dancing. And I'd say a medium to large wedding. I think you'd have a lot of people to invite.
Huh.
No.
Yeah. No, I think I'd have it small.
Yeah?
It's too exhausting. So many people to talk to.
True. Doves are a type of bird. They are white. They're very similar to pigeons, but they're white and
Prettier.
Prettier, yes, definitely. They're usually a symbol of peace and of, I don't know, love. When the newlyweds go out from the church in Italy, we throw rice or flowers. Very good. Newlywed is a very good word. It's when you've just married. Do you want to read Federica's comment?
My ideal wedding is on an island with my husband only. Oh, it's the best wedding for me. That's so sweet.
That's so sweet. And Lorenzo says one time they used to tie jars to the wedding car. Very good. Yes, I don't know where this tradition is from. If you know, tell us in the comments. But I see it often in films, but is it an American thing? Is it?
No,
I don't really understand. I don't really know. Okay, great. I think we have.
Go
on. Anyway, I'll move on to the next slide. Are you still with us, Jess?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Here we would like you to give us Not the best way. The best way is boring. We want the worst way. What is the worst way to propose? So a terrible way to propose. So it isn't sweet because I hate looking at parents then that in my wedding get drunk. Oh my god, that is excellent. That is wonderful. And so it says, in traditional Italian weddings, after the cake's cut, there is a tie cut for a souvenir. I've heard about this. In certain parts, you cut the tie. I saw this happening at a wedding a few months ago. No, about a year ago, I'd say. Okay, so what do you think, Jess? What is the worst way to propose?
For me, the worst way that someone could propose to me is by, when people put the ring inside food? For me, I just don't understand, especially because I eat really quickly and, I would end up eating the ring probably. I don't want to have to like poo out my own engagement ring. And that is like so the kind of thing that would happen to me. So just like, I don't know. Don't stop proposing food is what I'm saying, people.
Yeah. Some people think it's really romantic, but I don't like the idea of a big proposal in front of lots of people.
No, oh god, no, I would get like so awkward.
Just because it puts so much pressure on the other person. Like you feel like you have to say yes because there are so many people watching.
I hate that as well. Oh, the best proposal on the Empire State Building. Cool.
Very cool, very romantic. Tell us.
The worst.
Yes, tell us best and worst. Why not?
The worst is when you're drunk, maybe because you're not sure. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Very bad, yeah. For me, the worst proposal is making a phone call. Oh, could you imagine just calling someone up?
Yo, will you marry me?
That's so funny. Well done. Yeah, definitely. A terrible idea. Or else just a proposal, but in a terrible place, like in the middle of a McDonald's.
Yeah, but I don't think that would bother me. I think I would find that funny. You know? I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe if you had like with like going to McDonald's or something, then it'd be funny.
Yeah, definitely. But then, it's like, oh, how romantic. Where did he propose? In the McDonald's.
Actually, yeah, no, I wouldn't like that. I really wouldn't like that.
Federica says the things that are important isn't the location, but the words that the guy says, I would say, maybe. Or that the person says.
I like that the man can talk to you as a sentence.
Yeah, but I would say that the person says to you.
I think like I wouldn't, like you said, like nothing too big and nothing too obvious, but then also nothing too not obvious because I wouldn't notice. Like,
exactly.
Some people leave a ring on the bedside table or like under the bed, under the pillow or something. Like I'm very not so. Takes some time sometimes to wake up.
By the way, guys, we're towards the end of our webinar, so if you have some last-minute questions, please ask us. The wedding ring and a Happy Meal toy.
Now that is
terrible, yeah. The worst proposal is in the normal place. Location is the most important thing. So exactly the opposite of what Federica said. Interesting. Different opinions. I think it depends on the person. It's definitely different. Okay, so let's review some of the things we said during the lesson. We had some interesting expressions earlier. I'll bring them back. You want to read these?
We to get on with, to get together with, to fall in love, to cheat on, break up with.
Yes. Break up with is for a romantic relationship. For just a friendship, I would say fall out. Get on with is a friend, a co-worker, someone like that. And yeah, what else did we have? Yes, wedding is the ceremony, while the actual period that you stay together.
Hopefully a nice and happy long one.
Yes, is marriage. Okay. Right, so I think that's the end of our focus. Thank you very much for joining us. Oh, we have another comment for Federica. For me, the best way to propose is when my boyfriend doesn't give me a ring, but a new dog.
Wow.
That's really sweet. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.